Are you afraid of your wife leaving you? Do you think that if you don't do the right thing, if you don't make her happy, if you don't please her, then she'll divorce you? Hi, I'm Charlie McKeever, your Happy Man coach, and for the longest time, I believed that too. I was afraid of that as well, and I didn't realize that that is a fear of abandonment. It's a very common issue. It's a topic that comes up for a lot of men, especially on the calls that I have with them. We talk about his fear, we talk about his situation, and a lot of times what will come to the surface is that he's afraid that she's going to leave him. He has a fear of being abandoned. This can actually show up in a variety of different ways, just in the relationship itself, not even in the grander fear of that she's going to leave him, but just in that she doesn't want to spend time with him, that she doesn't appreciate him, that she doesn't value him, that she doesn't give him her attention enough, that they don't have enough sex with each other, that that somehow he's not worthy, he's not valuable, he's not good enough, that he's got this story in himself about himself and he's projecting it onto her. He's believing that he's not worthy of being around, that he has to perform and please in order for her to stay. And this abandonment can also show up in ways like she wants to stay up later and he wants to go to bed, or she gets up in the middle of the night because she can't sleep and he feels alone in the bed. Maybe she's sleeping with the kids because they're young, and now he feels alone, he feels abandoned in the marital bed. There's a variety of different ways that this can go. Maybe he wants to go on a trip somewhere and she doesn't want to go, and now he feels abandoned. The abandonment shows up in a variety of different ways, and one of the most common ways that it shows up is when he abandons his own desires, when he abandons his own intuition, when he no longer trusts himself, when he's abandoned himself, when he's disregarded, dismissed himself. This is when the worst form of abandonment has taken place, is that when he no longer trusts himself. Because when he no longer trusts himself, then she can't trust him. When he no longer respects himself, she can't respect him. When he loses his confidence in himself, she loses confidence in him too. And then he does risk her leaving. Not because he's not valuable, not because she doesn't care, but because there will be a discomfort in her that she won't know how to fix, that she won't know how to address, that she won't know how to bring to you and verbalize. And when she does, you're going to hear it as proof that you're not valuable and worthy, proof that you're not doing it right. You're not going to hear her concerns, you're going to hear your beliefs about your imperfections, about your not enoughness. And so it's going to be very hard for you to hear her tell you her concerns. And a lot of times that's what happens, is a woman will leave and she'll say, well, you never heard me. You never saw me. You never understood me. You never knew me. What she's really saying most of the time is that she tried to tell you and you didn't hear. You didn't hear because your pain was too loud, because your stories about yourself were too painful, too uncomfortable. And instead of hearing that something was going on with her and being able to address that, to be able to really listen, you took it personally, you got upset. And when you got upset, you pushed it away. You felt like you were being criticized, like you were being judged. And this is often how the relationship will unravel. And then if she does leave, well, now it just becomes proof of what we already believed. Oh, well, of course she left, right? Because I'm not enough, because I'm not good enough, because, she never loved me, or whatever. Like, we'll make stories up to support the beliefs about ourselves so that we can be right. But I know that's not how you want to live. I know that's not how I wanted to live. And it took another man sitting down with him, having conversations, bringing these things to my attention, and then being able to unravel the hairball of my own thoughts about these things, to be able to see what was really going on. To really know that my thoughts about me were more important than what anybody else thinks about me. That my opinion of me is one that it needs to be solid. That it's not about being selfish, it's not about being self-centered, it's not about being arrogant or dismissive. It's about knowing our own value and worth so that we can show up every day supporting that and being happy and whole and healthy in our relationship, so that we don't fixate on what we don't want, that we spend our time and energy creating what we do want, that we have laughter and joy and friends and hobbies and interest and work and play, and that we bring that energy into our relationship, and that we're not doing it for her, we're not doing it to try to keep her from leaving, we're doing it because that's who we are. And, oh, by the way, who would ever want to leave that? So we really want to be comfortable in our own skin. We really want to know who we are. And so many times when we're looking outside of us for someone else to value us, we're not valuing ourselves. And this is the key. This is the key. This is what we need to unlock: the joy, the happiness, the contentedness, the fulfillment, the being comfortable in our own skin in our life. This is what we need in order to unlock that. So if you are ready to unlock that for yourself, if you're ready to abandon your fears of abandonment, then we need to talk. Go to happymancoaching.com, fill out my coaching call request form. It's free. We have a 1-hour call. We'll talk with each other. You can share with me things that you haven't been able to share with your friends, with your family, with your coworkers, because they're not equipped to take care of you and to answer your questions on these things. In fact, a lot of them are dealing with their own issues that they haven't resolved. And one of the things that they're going to do is tell you what they think you want to hear in order to make you feel better so that they can solve their discomfort. And they're not bad people, they just don't have the tools. But I talk with men all the time. We talk every week. I talk with men about this. We bring these types of things to the surface. We bring to his attention what it is that he believes about himself and how that's affecting his relationship, and how having better thoughts, how having better beliefs improves his life, improves his relationship, and makes him comfortable in his own skin. The story that he's been believing so far is one of fear and scarcity and lack and shame. That's not how he wants to live. That's not how you want to live. This wasn't how I wanted to live, but I didn't know the way out. But now I do. And this is what I want to share with you. On our call, we're going to talk about these things. We're going to bring this to the surface. And at the end of the call, you're going to have more clarity, more strength, more confidence in where you are and where you're going, that you're going to feel so much better than you do right now. So happymancoaching.com, fill out that request form. There's also on the website, you can sign up for my men's community. We can talk about that on the call. I have courses that you can take. I have coaching options, a one-on-one and small group. You can download my divorce bomb recovery course. There's courses on nice guy and sexless marriage and menopause. There are resources on there. There are answers. If you find yourself in this place where you are fearing the abandonment of your partner, that it feels like she's pulling away, that she doesn't want to spend time with you, that she only gives you one-word answers to questions, that she seems to walk out of the room when you walk in the room, then we need to talk. It's time. It's time before the relationship completely dissolves and you find yourself getting a divorce. So go to happymancoaching.com. Let's talk. All right, brother, that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon.